All right, Choice Nugs Only, episode 14. Welcome to the show. We've plugging along at this point. I mean, we're almost up to episode 20. So we're going to do things a little bit different today. I do have a guest who's not Carson. I don't know where Carson is. I'm hoping that he's all right. He hasn't responded back to my text messages. So I'm just hoping everything's cool with him. But hopefully he'll be back next week, but we'll see what's going on. But Vince is filling in for him this week. Vince was on an episode of the Itty Bitty Podcast, which is our other podcast. So if you haven't checked that one out, check it out and make sure you subscribe, rate, and review. We got all types of interviews and stuff that we do on that show each week. And we're going to be wrapping up our October episodes here shortly, and we're going to be starting some new stuff next month. So got some cool stuff lined up for that. And for our show now, Choice Nugs Only, if you've been following it and you like it and you're digging it, make sure you share it. That's the best way to get the word out. It's just word of mouth. Tell your friends if you like it. If you're into the show and you're digging it, shoot me a message or call in and we'll get you some stickers or something so you can throw them around town. Make sure you check us out on Facebook. We got a group and a page. The website, we've got ittybittypodcast.com. And again, make sure you share. Check out the Hotbox hotline as well. And you can also call into that. It's actually a voicemail. I don't know why I said it weird, like a weirdo. So that's 702-907-TOKE. So make sure you call that up. Leave us some cool voicemails if you want to get yourself heard on the show. And I guess I'll stop yapping and we'll get into the show. So I guess without further ado, this is Choice Nugs Only. So tune in, smoke out. Okay, that's good. With that, it started Choice Nugs Only, episode 14. Carson's fucking MIA, so I don't know where he's at. So we've got a fan favorite from the Itty Bitty Podcast, DJ Fathead, has joined us in studio.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was DJ. Or Big V, that works too.
I like
DJ Fathead was pretty gangster. If I knew how to DJ.
Can you move that closer? I know you think it's too far from you, but it's not, I promise
it's
you.
there.
It's perfect right there. There we go.
But what do I do?
But kind of point it like towards your mouth hole like a dink.
That would never happen, brother.
I know, but just for reference.
So I'm going to think of a popsicle instead because I'm fat. I will not do gay innuendos to fucking play some mic. That's awful. You could have just said a fucking one of them little crunch cones with a little chocolate in the bottom because those are good.
Oh, like the dips?
The what?
Drumstick,
yes. I didn't like it once they started making all the different flavors. They fucked shit up.
Oh, where they added like all the other stuff. Fuck. Still choking from that joint. Choice Nugs Only shit. We're fucking getting it together here. Like I said, Carson's not here this week, so Vince is filling in.
Hello.
So if you like him, fucking send us a call on the Hotbox hotline, 702-907-TOKE, 8653. Drop us a line on that shit. If you're liking the show, subscribe, rate, and review. And make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, blah, 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 blah.
And share it.
Share the fuck out of it. Yeah, if you like it at this point.
Why like it and do a review if you're not going to fucking share it with a friend? What kind of person are you?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying, Vince. Yeah. Fuck, that's why I need you here.
God damn it, I'm a visionary.
All right, so fucking, it's been a long day. I've been off today. Fuck.
Today has been a fucking weird day.
It's been weird, yeah. We can avoid. I've been talking more about work. I just don't say where I work, so we can talk about that a little bit. We didn't really have an eventful day, though.
You never know. I think talking too much, like maybe more about interactions with customers.
I do that, yeah.
But I don't think about anything else because you never know. Somebody else could get offended by the littlest thing you say.
Yeah, that's true.
And we love everybody.
I'm going to have to hold this. I keep banging that shit down on the table.
See, that was my whole thing when you referenced the dick with the mic to me.
Are you still stuck on that?
Because I'm looking at my drink right now, and I'm really not understanding how this. I got little arms, and so I'm like, eh.
Do it like.
Wait a minute, MVP award cracking.
Do it. I mean, I just put it on this side, and I'll hand it to you. Fuck it, we'll just do it. I mean,
you're not even gonna help. He hears us.
I mean, I don't think he doesn't. It's not. I mean,
It is. He's a bridge to gap with the fucking sides.
you're gonna
right
make
now.
him walk over there every time.
I love you.
You want to sip? I told
No.
him there's another mic. We can get him on there if he wants to.
Hey, Tyree, I don't think he's there yet. I don't know, Tyree, you want on here?
I don't want you talking to. Yeah.
That won't work.
All right, so we were on Itty Bitty Podcast. There was a story that I got too fucked up to tell, so you wanted me to tell that story. So
yeah, and not only that, because I was hella fucked up, and I don't remember the story because I actually.
But you were all about this story.
I remember the story. I just don't you remember? I was like, yeah, when you choked the bitch, you were like, no, wait a minute, that never happened. I was like,
It's like, yeah,
I remember some shit like that happened. Though.
Like I definitely didn't choke anyone. That shit didn't happen. But okay, so I'll tell you the story. Since you were fucking pumped about it last time.
Still am, thank you.
So this was a long time ago. I think I actually had just started dating my wife, but I was still living with my old roommate Andre. Shout out to Andre. And so at the time, I had been working at Chili's. There was this dude I worked with there who we got into it. It was a whole fucking thing. Long story short, like we got into it. Andre didn't like him over it. And I didn't like him over it. I got over it. It was stupid shit. But we ran into this dude at a bar. I was talking to him friendly. Andre got mad that I was friendly with this guy.
True friend.
So he's like, so he took it as like an insult that I was being friendly with this dude because I was supposed to be, you know,
Mad at him.
Well, yeah, which is true. But like this dude if you knew the whole story, it was so fucking stupid. And like the dude was trying to apologize to him. And he was such a like.
Apologize to who?
To my old roommate.
Okay, to Andre,
so
right?
he got mad when that happened, and that's when I was like, well, bro, the dude's just trying to fucking apologize, whatever, like, you know. And it was like not that big a deal, but he got mad at me, so he starts banging on people's cars in the parking lot of this fucking dive bar in the San Fernando Valley. Oh wait, shit, I fucked up. Let me back up. We get to the bar initially, and it's me, my homie Andre, this chick we worked with, and then our other friend, my friend that introduced me to my wife. We're all at the bar, hanging out with this other chick from our work. She had big fake tits.
Which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. And so I did one of these, like the scoop digs.
Yes.
Yeah, so hopefully I don't get Me Too for saying this shit on here. But I scoop digged her. She didn't think that shit was funny, so she slapped me. That was the first incident that happened. She slapped the shit out of me. Cracked me in the face. I deserved it.
For complimenting her.
Yeah. Fucking women, man. You can't touch the under of their titty and flop it back down, slamming it on itself.
Complete
or they
joke.
think you're
Disclaimer.
Rude. I mean.
Yeah, no, it is what it is, man. But yeah, I mean, so what happened after that, though?
So
after the scoop dig.
After the scoop dig, she blasts me in the face. We still stay at the bar. We're hanging out, whatever.
She didn't knock you down or nothing, right?
No, it was just like that was kind of our relationship. Like we weren't.
You like, scoop dig her breast. She slapped
Well, no,
you.
I was just at that job. I was just kind of single fucking
that guy.
Yeah, and so. Yeah, so she wasn't pleased about it, you know. I wouldn't do it again.
Hot stove.
Shit, just kick this shit. And so so then fast forward, we're in the parking lot. That dude comes up. I'm trying to apologize. He's trying to apologize and shit. And my roommate comes over. He's fucking pissed about the whole situation. So now he's in the parking lot banging on people's cars, hoods, and shit.
Obliviously drunk.
Drunk as fuck. I don't know how he did it. He didn't break his hand. He didn't fuck anything up on his own hand, but somehow he hit somebody's windshield hard enough to crack it. Like, I don't know how the fuck he did it. I don't know if he had a ring or something on his hand. So then these people come out of the bar because now we've just fucked up their vehicle. So now me and him are united again. Because now we have a common enemy, these motherfuckers who want to fight Andre for fucking up their windshield, and rightfully so. So we go and we start getting into it. Andre's swinging with this one dude. They have a girl with them, and she starts swinging at me. And so out of nowhere, my old roommate was passed out in the car. She was fucking done, and she hears all this shit going on.
Great days.
Yeah, dude. She sees me and this chick coming swinging at me, so she jumps up from a dead sleep, jumps out of the van or out of the car, whatever, comes over, puts herself in between me and this bitch, fucking throws her hands out across like this, and just starts.
Oh, she was ready to knuckle.
Oh yeah, she fucking went to town on this bitch. Like she got in between us, got the distance, and then just
went hammy.
So that happened. Somebody grabbed, and then while Andre was fighting that other dude, I was getting out of the way of like this bitch trying to fucking swing on me, and we grab. The fuck was going on? It was a. The fuck was I saying? Oh. So another dude grabs Andre, so he goes to grab him. So I grabbed him immediately because I'm not gonna let him grab Andre, and so turned him, just kind of gave him.
Real.
Yeah, so I gave him. And I'm not gonna fight you unless I'm super mad. Like I can control my shit unless you piss me off. So I just kind of gave him a hockey punch. Like I grabbed his shit by the shirt, the collar, and just gave him shit.
Gave him that uppercut. That Ayugan.
Yeah,
nice.
A couple of those. Like that, left that shit alone. We get everything situated. We get in the car. We fucking go. The girl who's I scoop dig is driving. She's pissed because it was her friend that I had punched. So
you're just fucking yourself.
This whole night was chaos.
Especially with old big booties. I mean, fuck, you know, scoop digged her fucking tit.
Well, she wasn't like anybody we were trying to hook up with. She was just somebody we hung out with. And so
yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, I can see the animosity right now with her.
Well, so she was pissed because we, like, you know, she was friends with one of those people. And I'm like, I'm talking shit because I'm like, he started hitting Andre. Like, I'm not going to let them fucking come out and try to fuck us up, even though we were in the wrong. So we get about 2 blocks from my house, and she has had enough of my mouth at this point because I was fucking hot at this point. So she stops the car like 2 blocks, and in the same motion as stopping the car, she slammed on the brakes, puts the car in park, leans over, opens the door, and just like grabs the door so she popped the latch, and then immediately punches me in the face. So I fall out of the car door. She's opened it. So I fall out of the car door. She gets out. She fucking kicks the shit out of me, gets back in, drives 2 blocks, drops off my friends.
So were you on the ground? Like, so when she pushed you out, you like hit the ground?
Yeah, I was at that point I was laughing because I was just like, I deserved it, but like...
But at the same time,
and I can see her dropping my friends off, and Andre just laughing as I'm on the ground, like
baby D crazy. See, Andre, if you out there, bro, you should have stolen that bitch. Perry was doing hockey uppercuts, bro. You know what I'm saying? He should have stolen her, bro.
He was getting into it with some other motherfucker. But
in the car?
No, this was he was with us. He came with us.
That's what I'm saying. So when she threw out the car, he should have just stolen the bitch for you.
Nah, he knew that was my fault. I definitely had that coming. Okay. And so anyway, we get back to work, and these motherfuckers. This was like, because we used to get in fights all the time. I mean, I'd grown up in Massachusetts and shit. You go out, you get drunk, get into it with people.
Yeah, you live another day.
But this was the first time that I get to work, and the cops have called my job, and they're looking for me. Detectives. I had detectives calling and shit. So Andre ended up having to pay for this motherfucker's window. They've like, because the girl snitched on us, the one who kicked me out of the car. So she snitched to her friends.
Bet she didn't tell her side of the story though.
No. So
yeah, they did this, they did that, and that was the last thing that happened.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about being baby D.
But yeah, I got the shit kicked out of me by a female.
Did you take it like a champ though?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was fucking funny. I mean, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. The sun was coming up. We had been, actually, no, it was earlier than that because we had just left the bar. So it was like 2:30. And we had just gotten back. And it was like literally, because we lived almost like in the barrio in Van Nuys and shit.
Nice. Good tacos.
Yeah. So they just fucking dropped me off up the street at like this little taco shop.
Well, for what it's worth, dude, I would have stolen that bitch whether you right or wrong.
I appreciate that shit, but...
Yeah. True.
Yeah. So I didn't choke a bitch out, but that was...
Yeah, but that's fucking a great story, dude.
I mean, it happened. It was fucking...
Well, that's what I'm... Well, of course.
Some shit that...
But it's just... It's the extreme of how it all happened.
Well, the dude I ended up punching ended up working with my wife. So she found out about it. My wife found out about it, and she's like, did you punch... I don't want to say his name. I don't even remember his name, but she's like, did you punch
Mr. So-and-so?
And I'm like, well, yeah, man, he was fucking grabbing Andre. What did you want me to do? Like... So
that's what I'm saying. See, a good story has to have, like, you had the drama build up in the beginning, like best friends going at it, you know what I mean? And then shit happens, you reunite, only for him to laugh in your face. That's kind of dope, though. Even though you were laughing too, I'm just saying. But then the plot gets even more complex and thicker. That people are working with each other. Yeah, dude. You guys needed a reality show.
Well, I mean, have you've never worked in a restaurant?
When I was incarcerated, but I don't know if that's a restaurant, but it was a kitchen.
I mean, I guess that counts.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like...
They're not paying us, but they're gonna get whatever the fuck we're serving. But yeah.
But did the people who worked in the restaurant, were they more like, I guess that's kind of a good question. Were they more, I guess, were they more like wild than the other people that would have been? Not wild, but like personality. Were they more like big personalities than the other people?
No, it was more like the mature, more intelligent ones. Because see, here's the difference. Like when, like you're talking about working at a restaurant, it's like party time. You know what I mean? You're in your youth. I need my money today type money. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to go out and it fits my lifestyle. When you're locked up, it's a way to get out of your environment. So it's something different where you're dreading going to work, but you know you have to go because you need a couple hundred. I can't wait to go in the kitchen and do dishes because I just don't want to sit in a fucking little ass cell all day.
It's just something to do.
Yeah, you get to go prep food. Fucking.
What type of shit are you cooking?
Whatever the main chef says. It varies.
What do you mean?
I mean, from one place I was at, they went all the way to making like chicken breast and pesto.
Oh,
like
shit.
Pesto pasta, fresh homemade pesto. But they had a culinary program there. And that was like for when you were doing like your bid.
Right.
But if you go back to like juvenile hall days, Jesus Christ. Every day it's Life cereal or Cheerios. That's your two choices. One little carton of milk like you used to get in elementary school for that one little bowl of cereal and a banana. Then you go back to your cell. That's at like 6 a.m. Then you go back to your cell. We normally come back out by 12:30 for lunch. It's normally like a bologna sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, turkey sandwich, but it's like kind of shitty bread. No chips, nothing like that. You normally have like coleslaw or something with it. You know what I mean? And then you go outside for like 30 minutes on the yard, back to your cell. And then you come out at 5 o'clock. Be hot dogs and baked beans or something. You know what I mean? Just shitty, dude. They have like a certain calorie intake. They have to meet like a standard bar. And
Oh, so you have to eat like...
And you don't get commissary there.
What do you mean?
Like,
well, I know what commissary is, but what do you mean?
Well, in juvenile facilities.
Oh, in juvenile. Gotcha.
You don't get to but when you, even in a juvenile facility though, once you get to like where I was at, like camp, we got commissary. We had to go buy noodles or corn nuts or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Add the snack shit if you have money.
And then make those fucking prison burritos that I've heard about. Oh, yeah.
Spreads are great.
Is that what they're called?
Spread. Busted spread. My kids had it.
Is it good?
It is.
So it's just what?
You can make it with anything. Yeah, I mean, typically, a lot of times it's noodles, but like we used to do them with noodles and beef jerky.
Why is it called a spread though?
Because we typically spread it out on the table so everybody could get down and eat together. So, because you don't really have that much commissary, right?
Right.
So, say I got 2 packs of noodles, you got 2 packs of noodles, somebody else got some hot Cheetos, another dude got some beef jerky, you know what I mean? Then somebody else got some Cheese Whiz. Now you got a burrito.
Oh, shit.
And believe it or not, they're actually kind of fucking good.
Yeah. What makes it a burrito? You got tortillas?
Well, when you cook the noodles down and shit, you keep them more soggy, and then you bust them all down into a paste, like almost like a masa, or you know what I mean? Like you would do for a tortilla. I can't give up the recipe, brother.
Well, I mean, that would be that's one. $1 million idea. Do they not?
They already
have
have people that make them. They make them like.
But do they have a prison cookbook?
Pretty much.
They do.
Yeah, like if you go back, I know back home, you can go down there and you can buy spreads at the corner store and shit like that. They'll make them right there.
Oh, really? That's funny.
And they still do like cup of noodles out there.
You think I'd make it in prison? Probably not.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I think you'd make it, dude. Yeah, because there's a thing.
That didn't sound very confident, though.
No, because you were saying you wouldn't, dude. It's not. If you're a real person, you're good. Oh. For the most part. I mean, it depends on where you go. Because some prisons segregate super heavy.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have a choice. Like, you don't get to be friends with anybody. And you're, like, friendly with everybody, so.
I am? Are you talking about me?
Yeah, you're, like, you don't really come into, like you're not racist.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You're cool with whoever as long as they're a cool person. You know what I'm saying? That you're willing to be cool. And there, it's not that.
Oh, gotcha. It's just all.
Yeah, I mean, it's all whatever the weather says. So-and-so got a problem with so-and-so, and now it's your problem. Because you're with that group.
Oh, shit. So that kind of comes back around to, like, what we were just talking about, where that's what.
Either way, you're all in or all out.
So I just have to, like, pick some friends that we're going to. But that's the thing. I'm cool with too many people.
Well, that's why you hear me say all the time, I don't go anywhere with anybody unless I know that you're going to get down. I'm not about to be out there. I hear the jingle of ice.
I mean, you can say what we're sipping on if you don't care.
I don't give
care.
a fuck. I'm drinking lean shit.
Yeah. Fucking spoiler alert. Or wait, shit. Shyamalan twist.
What is that?
You never seen like Sixth Sense?
I have seen Sixth Sense, but it's been a hell of a long time.
The director was M. Night Shyamalan. So for a while, he had like dope twists at the end of his movies. Where
Yeah,
you're
he
like,
did. But you know what's weird? I watched that movie. That used to be like one of the best movies ever, right?
which one?
Sixth Sense.
I only watched it the one time when it first came out, so I don't know.
Well, I probably watched it like
Oh
three
no, I
times.
watched it a couple times.
You know what I'm saying? At different people's houses and shit, like just kicking it, smoking or something. But I tried to watch it here. I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah,
Like, it was really stupid.
just didn't hold up.
No,
age.
bro. It's like the acting's horrible. Like, when you watched it before, like, that kid can act. Now I watch it and I'm like, no, you little fucker. Like, I don't know. It's just not the same. Hey, did you see the new Terminator coming out?
I did. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't know how I feel about it either. I think people just keep fucking everything that was good up.
I mean, you said you liked it?
Yeah, it's good.
The trailer or what?
The trailer,
Yeah. And
So,
then
no
Star
Mike.
Wars has the new one coming out. I just saw the trailer for Star Wars. They have like
His name can be No Mike.
no mic. Why?
He ain't got a
Oh,
mic.
because he doesn't have a mic.
But he
He's
always
just-
in our conversation. You know, it's just awesome. I think he's just like the guy on the couch. You know?
Yeah, we get him like we got to get him when we can turn on and off. So
I
he's just
want to see the new fucking Highway to the Danger Zone.
oh Top Gun.
Yeah.
You want to know some fucking wild shit?
Huh.
I've never seen Top Gun.
What?
I've never fucking seen Top Gun. Yeah.
Can you put that on right now? Like, that's a dead ass, dude. What the fuck? Even I mean, him just watched it the other day.
Isn't it just fucking?
Fuck you.
They just fly around in jets and shit.
No, dude.
it's
They play volleyball.
In my volume.
Have you ever seen that scene?
So like
dude?
any fucking '80s movie ever.
Sorry, we got paparazzi in here.
Shit.
But yeah, no, dude. Well, yeah, it's basically like the '80s movie, though, dude. God damn it, Tom Cruise is in that bitch.
I'll
riding a
see it
street
eventually. I
bike.
saw Cocktail.
same street.
But
Yeah,
I mean-
two different fucking classifications here, dude.
What?
Have you ever seen the movie Tremors?
Yes.
The
Actually,
original Tremors?
Yeah.
Dude, that's another one. I was watching it and I was like, what the fuck was I thinking?
I mean, that one holds up though. I think I've watched that one since, and I watched 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I know the sequels I couldn't fuck with. I was like, this is stupid as shit.
Yeah, I've seen up to 1, 2, and 3, and then they were supposed to do it on Netflix, and they released a dope fucking trailer, and then it got canceled, and they never released it.
Have you seen Cobra Kai?
I heard it's good, but no. I
The
haven't
first
seen it.
season was fucking pretty dope.
I heard it was good. I haven't seen it though.
I don't, it's nowhere near Snowfall.
They're bringing back. Oh, you love Snowfall.
Dude, it's Snowfall. Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to get into it, but
Dude,
my wife
Snowfall,
is involved now.
Power. Those are fucking just classic shits.
Classic shits.
Hey, what are you doing? Sorry, edit.
No, it's fine. What the fuck was I gonna ask you before? Oh, I said Gremlins is coming out with some shit.
They're charging? Are they really?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, P, you way ahead of me on that. Catch up.
My bad.
Oh, no.
Was I not supposed to?
No, I mean, I started way before you.
I know. That's why it just takes
Believe me,
me.
I'm good at this.
Any fucking. What was I just saying? Gremlins. Gremlins has a new movie coming out. That shit's supposed to be. Yeah. No.
I haven't seen Gremlins in a long time either. Those are, see, they don't make good movies no more. Maximum Overdrive.
What's that?
You've never seen Maximum Overdrive with the diesels
Mm-hmm.
that are like can drive themselves and like run? They got those people. You remember that movie?
Yeah,
They're stuck in the restaurant. There's these diesels at like a trucker stop, and they're like possessed, and so these trucks can like chase you down. Like
Oh
nobody
yeah,
can
yeah,
get out.
yeah.
I watched that when I was a kid. I thought it was for real, for real.
yeah.
I was like, Jesus.
Doesn't it have that dude? Is that the dude who's in it? The guy who played? He was the fucking white dude who wore blackface to play in that movie where he was gonna get a scholarship. Wasn't that the dude who was in Maximum Overdrive? Or no,
That
he
I
was
don't
in
remember.
he was in that movie Hatchet or some shit. That's what he was in.
I think RoboCop would be cool to come out with again.
Didn't they already do that shit?
They came out with another new one.
Yeah.
2014.
Oh,
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago.
must have been horrible.
Yeah, I don't think it was very good. A lot of the new remakes and shit that they got coming out have been dog shit. They got like Pet Cemetery that came out that was dog shit, and
Yeah, you can't redo Pet Sematary. It's like when they redid It.
I thought the newer It was way better than the original though.
No.
I mean, if for an actual scary movie, have you watched it? That's another one. Have you gone back and watched it before?
The original It?
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. In our time, dude, when that VHS started turning and the clown, the balloon, yeah.
I watched that shit as a kid. I was scared of it, but then I went and watched it before the new one came out. Amy had never seen it, so we put that shit on to watch, and just spent most of the time laughing.
True.
But
not to switch it up too much, but Earth Gang.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody excited yet?
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, are you coming or not? It's up to you. You don't have to, but
see the way my checking and savings is.
I wish we had gotten the fucking tickets before they sold out.
I
didn't think they would. I wouldn't think they would sell out.
I want to go. I just have to see if I have it.
Yeah,
we're moving.
We can try to make it happen. We'll figure it out.
You have to come help move.
Yeah, I'll help you move or some shit. When are you moving? Soon?
Yeah, in like 2 weeks.
I fucking hate moving.
Me too, dude.
Are you bringing anything?
Not much. The beds and shit like that.
Yeah.
The beds, all that type of stuff. What about Thanksgiving? What do you got going, dude?
I thought we were gonna do your Thanksgiving night. I'm home by myself because my wife works overnight, so we can do the Friendsgiving and get hammered and do the Itty Bitty podcast.
I'm down. So, and watch football.
Yeah, we can watch football and shit.
God damn, that sounds like a great day.
We both work the next day.
Fuck, that's true. And I can't wait to get there and be all I can be for people. Jesus Christ, dude! I couldn't believe that dude gave me his fucking address. He's like, "Bring over your kids, come over and hang out." I was like, "This is." I don't
know if anybody's never worked retail, you get the weirdest fucking people.
Yeah,
I think that ever. If you've never worked it, it's retail or restaurant. You just get some of the dumbest fucking people on the planet. Like basic functions, you would think that most humans can operate. Using,
like their personal life.
Yeah.
Like, when did it say psychologist?
I know, that's the thing.
Like, I had the other day, dude, I swear to you, I mean, as much as I felt bad for the people, in 1 6.5 hour day, I had 3 people going through a divorce. 2 of them worked at the same fucking place. And I'm just, and I mean, 2 of the people were literally like in tears and shit. You know what I mean? Like, at my desk, and I'm like, fuck, this is hard. Like, what am I supposed to tell you?
I know. I mean, that's why I got out of bartending, because you have that plus people are fucking hammered, so they're on top of you. You know, them thinking that you're their therapist, which you're not.
No, I'm not trained for that. I will fuck your life up.
Yeah, you don't want to be asking me for my advice.
I know. I learned that one hard quick, dude. I was like, yeah, no. Yeah, dude, so what is your fucking thing with football this year?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you're a Pats man. That's no fucking surprise, right?
It's been, for me, and I'm trying to say this like without sounding like a fucking cocky asshole or like somebody who's like ungrateful or something, but like it's been boring watching the Patriots games. Really fucking boring.
Dude, I read today you guys have outscored your opponents at like by 175 points.
Something like that.
I'm dead serious. It was 175.
They've let up, I think, 1 passing touchdown, no rushing touchdowns. It's fucking ridiculous. Ooh, that was a good one. Oh shit, Toby's coming into the mix now.
Oh, goddamn stalemate. Toby's a G, dude. Have you seen the guy I showed you his dog tag, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just
T-Loke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My homeboy nicknamed him T-Loke years ago.
So one of the things I was gonna do for this week for the Choice Nugs Only, because we have the voicemail. Did I tell you about that? You can call in and leave a voicemail for Choice Nugs Only now.
Not that I recall. You may have. I maybe like really was intoxicated, or
it's probably
one of
those.
You
can call in and leave a voicemail to Itty Bitty Podcast. So or Choice Nugs Only. Sorry. So
what about the Itty Bitty? You can't do that one.
No, that one's more interviews. Like this Itty Bitty Podcast is me and other people. Choice Nugs Only is always me and Active, but he's been deactivated for this week. So.
Yes, poor Active, dude.
I just don't. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and hope that he's all right.
He's all right. That's all I can say. You know what I mean?
So I'm sure he's fine. But
if you're listening, and you'll talk to P.
Yeah,
reach out,
Carson. If you're locked up somewhere, trying to get help, I'm sorry, it's probably not going to come. You're probably going to die in there.
Yes.
But it was nice knowing you, and I do hope that you come back safe.
Just hit the biggest motherfucker, dude. Show him you ain't playing. Fuck. Dude, I'm sure he's fine, dude. Maybe he's finding himself.
I don't know. I know his brother listens to the podcast pretty religiously, so maybe he can call into the fucking Hotbox hotline and tell us where the fuck my co-host is this week.
Bling. No, dude, so yeah, how do you get a hold of the hotline or the
It's you just call in. It's 702-907-TOKE.
Nice.
8653.
How the hell did you manage to get that number?
You just go to Google Voice and you just
Make your own.
You just put the numbers you want. And so I took Vegas because I figured party line, baby.
There you go.
But one of the questions that I wanted to pose, if people are going to call in, so I had a question for this week was, I was talking about Amy about this. Right now, anytime you think of something, like somebody's like, oh, what the fuck's that guy's name? Who played this? You can look that shit up. So like the question I was going to pose for this week for the Hotbox Hotline was, what was something that you believed, like pre-internet, that you just believed because you couldn't check it out or verify it on the internet? Like, you know, like there's all those wild,
Damn,
like,
that's, yeah.
because there's like urban legends and there's shit like that, like
flat earthers.
Yeah, I mean that's not like, it's just kind of, I feel like that one is just dumb.
I mean, you've ever watched the shows where they like talk about it and they're like super trying to convince you?
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's hilarious.
it could be. I mean, it could be flat, but it's just, it doesn't make sense that it would be flat.
Oh yeah, do you believe we went on the moon?
Yeah, I do. I didn't. Well, actually, yeah, I did. I don't know if I've always believed that, but yeah, I think I do.
Yeah, I think it's amazing how many people think that shit's a hoax. I think this whole generation is like the generation of scam and hoax, dude. Like that is all. Like what's reality anymore, dude? Like everything we've created so much like ultra, whatever you want to call it. What do you call that other reality? Like the
not virtual reality,
no,
but
like
alternate reality.
Yeah, like we've got like so much fake shit, dude. From fake J's to fake Gucci to fucking.
Well, even like marketing has become like you have to like to market this show, which I'm not getting better at, but I've decided I'm going to focus more on just doing the actual content. As of right now, it's just too hard to fucking focus on the marketing. But when you're looking at marketing, you're supposed to post X amount of Instagram posts a day to reach X amount of people. Yeah, but when you're doing that shit, it ends up being disingenuous. It ends up a lot of that shit is just
you end up being a commercial, man. I've heard about people like that try to cheat algorithms and different things like that. Here's the thing, man. I mean, look at Joe Rogan. Look at a lot of these people, dude. Yeah, he had a lot of connects though. So, but anybody, dude, it's like me. I moved here. I'm a genuine person. Now I know a bunch of people.
Yeah.
If you're a genuine podcaster, you're genuine about your product. I mean, it's gonna sell itself, man. It's like crack.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
I do like to do crack. Wait.
No, not crack.
Oh, crack.
Crack is after it's hardened. Coke is different. But I'm just saying, though, you know what I mean? If you're just genuine about your shit, like, you don't have to force feed people. Because then,
right.
Then, you know what I mean? Where unless you're still trying to figure yourself out, you know what I mean? As a brand or whatever, I get it. Like, you want to see what the people want. But then you're not really, how are you going to give them what they want if it's not already you?
Yeah, I mean.
Just be genuine.
Yeah. That's why it's kind of, but you were just saying with, like, the culture and shit of.
Yeah, I do. I think it's
I was less bitching about, it was more like, just looking at how marketing and everything has changed, and it's pretty fucking wild. So the other day I got super high. I want to say this before I forget.
Nice.
So this is how you know when you've smoked too much fucking weed. I think I was doing dabs. And so my wife gets eggs from somebody at work because she gets them hella fresh. So she will bring back the old cartons. And then, you know, she gets like a cheaper deal on her fresh eggs. So if you've never had fresh eggs from a chicken, you're fucking missing out one.
No, they are super good. But I'll tell you a story about that in a minute.
Okay. And so I'm smoking, I'm getting ready. I'm having one. I'm high when I'm having breakfast for dinner. Nice. So I was having breakfast for dinner. And then I take the container that the eggs were in, the old one, and instead of, I took that one, put that one in the fridge, the empty one, and then took the full one and started walking to put it where we keep all the empty ones.
Yeah, you're right.
And then I'm like, wait, this is full. So I took that back, finished my breakfast. I got everything ready. Everything's done, like done. Everything I'm about to eat is ready. And I'm sitting there stirring my eggs, and like 2 minutes go by. I'm like, these fucking eggs are done. They've been done. And like I just started stirring my eggs for another couple minutes. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Get all my shit back, get it all on the plate, get it ready, get it together, go eat my shit. And let's see, I think there was another part of the story that I'm missing. So I think I fucked it up. Oh no, that was it.
You're fucking lit.
I was high as fuck. Listening to Blanco.
Are you high right now?
I am. I'm actually kind of fading. We might have to take a little break so you can smoke.
I'm always down, so I can smoke.
Well, no, so you can smoke a cigarette and I can
I know
smoke
you can smoke some cherry on it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, have you ever had duck eggs?
Yes.
They're fucking horrible.
Really?
So okay. Well, here's the thing, dude. So like when we moved out here,
Maybe I haven't had them.
somebody let us like kind of stay at their house while we looked for a place. I kind of told you that story. I'm not gonna jump all off into that, right? So it's me and my 3 teenage boys, dude. Everybody, if you haven't listened to the other podcast, you know what I mean, then you should know my kids are 18, 17, and 14. I have a 13-year-old daughter. But I got my 3 boys with me up here, right? And so we're staying at these people's house. They're like, you ever heard of permaculture farming?
Mm-mm.
So it's like super hippie. You know what I mean? No offense to anybody, but
You can offend whoever you want. Fuck these people.
I'm just
kidding.
like to offend people, though. You know, I mean, everybody teaches.
They're
their
still
own.
gonna listen.
So here, right? But so here's the thing. So like permaculture farmers like farm like almost like the Native Americans did, and they live off the land more or less. They're like super hippie, and I didn't know this when I moved up here, right? So I come all the way from California. We get to their house. Long story short, so like,
Oh shit, and we're back. Fucking choice nugs only. It's like we never left.
edit.
Yeah, fucking magic of editing. Fuck, man. It's been a long ass fucking day. Shit.
It has. It really has.
Plus this fucking lean's got us all slow and shit. People are probably like, what the fuck? Why are they talking so slow?
I'm trying to pick it up, but it ain't gonna happen. I'm telling you, 6 ounces is quite a bit between 2 heads.
Yeah.
Well, in the amount of time.
I mean, I don't know. That shit doesn't really feel like it's doing shit to me. I mean,
It doesn't. It just well, you probably, like I said, have a high ass fucking tolerance, dude.
My tolerance is way too high for drugs. I don't know why.
Mine
You know what
is
happens
too.
when I take edibles? Like, I take some edibles. If I do the firecrackers, the one that I make, have I given you any of that?
Fuck no, I won't eat it.
No?
You can't, dude. I don't like
you don't like edibles?
No.
Yeah. See, if I eat those will get me fucked up. But if I eat, if I buy one from the store or something like that, they don't do shit. Like I've bought.
Do you think they're even rated like where they tell you?
No, because I watched some shit the other day on that Explain show on Netflix. I don't know how fucking true that shit is, but they were talking about how all the weed has been so cross-strained that it's like impossible to know. They basically are having somebody smoke it and be like, this makes me feel 70% indica, 30% fucking sativa.
I believe it because even like tonight, right, when I went over and we grabbed that little tree earlier. So I asked the dude, I'm like, yeah, so, what, is that a hybrid? He goes, yeah, it's 2 indicas crossbred. I'm thinking to myself, like, I mean, I get the terminology, but when I think hybrid, like,
right, you have to
indica.
like look what they're fucking, like the percentage on it, and apparently that shit doesn't matter.
No. So. And it seems like everything's super frosted now.
Yeah, well, everything's got a lot more of like the
terps.
The terps and shit. I'm talking like I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I don't. I just know that.
I just smoke the shit.
Yeah, I just know legal. But I remember, goddamn, bro, we used to get a dust sack back in the day. Be some just sticky ass green bud, but that shit had you fucked up. And now you get some shit that looks like death, and you're like,
yeah,
I'm lit. But
I used to love going to all the weed stores in California and shit, and they would like pick the shit up. You could smell it. They had hot bud tenders. Oh, I loved it.
I never got to go to the clubs.
The hottest fucking bud tenders. Oh, it was great.
There's money in that industry.
There is. And I'm like kind of pissed I didn't get into it earlier.
I thought you were associated with High Times or something like that. You told
me I do.
Day.
I bought, well, I'm not associated with High Times. But
I didn't want to speak on your business, so I just said it that way to trigger a memory.
Oh, no. I just bought when High Times like put it so you could do stocks. It's all right, dude. Toby's can be on the podcast.
Toby.
Fucking Dexter's been on the podcast.
No barks, dude. Okay?
You little scraggly motherfucker.
Don't say it.
I'm sorry, Toby. He's giving me the look like I shouldn't have said that. My bad.
He wants to hang out with glands.
Glands.
Yeah, dude. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah. I don't know how fun it would be. My dog hates other dogs. Not hates them, but he just doesn't.
Your dog's just like an old asshole, dude.
Yeah. What is your dog doing right now? He's just fucking feeling himself right now.
Because he likes it when I pet him, dude.
Oh.
I'm never
Is
home.
his teeth out? Oh, he's just like...
He smiles. Watch. See him smiling?
Can we take that as our Instagram picture?
Isn't that fucking G, dude?
Podcast?
I don't care if you want to get in there and get that, dude.
I don't know if I can take
My son has some that he took.
Do you have a picture of him like that, Tyree? Like with his shit smiling, so I could use that as our picture for the podcast.
You have like a good picture of Tub smiling?
Where he just looks cheek.
Of him what?
Posing. We'll figure it out.
Watch.
Shit, what were we just talking? Oh yeah, weed. Fucking, what was I just saying? We were just talking about fucking this podcast is going off the rails in a different
We
way.
dropped the ball on that one. We were talking about terps. I remember that part. We were talking about.
I was talking about like the weed stores. Sticky Green.
What? Oh yeah, Sticky Green back in the day. What do you say? What were we talking? Where were
I
we
bought
at?
a fucking pizza one time. I bought a pizza from the dispensary that was supposed to be like, that's what we were talking about, how they like could just make up shit. So it's like
Yeah.
250, I think, milligrams or whatever the measurement is. I ate that entire fucking pizza in one sitting. Like a small, it's not a fucking large, it's like a,
Still a lot of milligrams, brother.
right, 250, and it didn't do a damn thing to me.
Really?
No.
Have you ever tried
Nothing.
RSO?
I've tried RSO. That shit got me too fucked up.
I didn't know. So
You never heard my story about RSO? I don't think I've actually told this story on the podcast. I went to see. Were you going to tell a story first?
No, go ahead.
Are you sure?
No, it wasn't a story. I was just talking like that shit's fucked up.
It is. Well, nobody told me. Like I've done edibles, and so my whole thing was like, edibles don't fuck me up. That was part of why I was trying to try RSO. So I tried that shit for the first time. I think I was on a fishing trip. I was going fishing. Tried it on the way back, and then I had already been drinking that whole time. So I like basically went home, went to bed. Didn't really feel much from it. So I had the rest of it was like, another full half.
The
So I
syringe?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
So I did. So if you don't know for people listening don't know what RSO is Rick Simpson oil. So it's like it's a mashup, I think, of the whole plant. So it's like a black oil.
Looks like black tar heroin.
Yeah, but it's actually really good for you. It's supposed to cure cancer, and it's all plant. That's why it looks like that, because it's the full plant. Those the leaves and the fucking buds.
Bro, it looks how it looks and tastes like it looks.
It tastes like shit too. Yeah, somebody was telling me that they knew somebody that put it on their food hot and would just eat it with hot food. Like that shit sticks to the inside of your mouth, and it's fucking gross. I do it where you freeze it and then you fucking just swallow it quick like a pill.
Right?
Yeah.
No, dude, because you imagine that little frozen fucking thunderbolt going down in you
Dude,
when it releases.
that shit. So we went. I took a half, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna go see Avengers Endgame. I'm like fucking pumped to see this movie.
I remember that.
Yeah. So Endgame's coming out. I go with my wife. I take it right before the movie starts. I fucking pop that shit in. I had been smoking a little bit. We had a drink or like one or two drinks before the movie. So we're watching the movie, it's getting about halfway through, and I'm like, this shit's not hitting me. I'm not feeling anything. So keep watching. And then it gets to like, I'm not going to spoil the movie or anything like that, but it gets to the end scene where they're having this big fucking fight. And I don't know if it was like a combination of just seeing all these fucking people that I had watched since I was a kid, or like at first I'm like, shit, did I just break my brain? Like, is this what it feels like when your mind gets blown? Like when they're fighting fucking Thanos and they're fucking using spoiler alert, Captain America takes the fucking hammer and shit and they start fighting, and I was fucking losing it. So still watching, I'm like, at this point,
I ever knew. Everything you ever knew gone, dude.
So I'm watching it and I'm like, well, now I don't know, like, because at this point I'm like, I can't tell if I feel like fucking, oh shit, there we go. Yeah, we can use that shit. And so I'm like, I don't know if, where was I? Sorry.
Your mind was blown.
Oh yeah, so I'm like, so at first I'm like, did my mind just get so fucking blown from Avengers that like I'm on another level? And then it escalated to, I think I'm having a stroke. And so
this nigga had a stroke from Endgame.
Well, the RSO. So I'm like, fucking. I kept telling myself, because I'm pretty seasoned on edibles and fucking psychedelics and all that shit.
Pushing through mentally.
Yeah. So I'm just like telling myself, I'm like, okay, you're not fucking like, you're not having trouble breathing. You're just forgetting to breathe. Like that's what it was. Like I was forgetting to breathe, and then it was getting tunnel vision. My arms were fucking jello. So I had heard like, if you're having a stroke or a heart attack or
you
some
get
shit,
the numbing in the arms.
So then I was like, oh fuck, but I'm like, it's both of my arms. So like at this point I can't.
Stroke.
Yeah. So at this point I'm just like, fuck. And so my wife's a nurse and she's sober because she's watching this fucking movie like a normal human being. She just enjoyed. Well, she had a couple
I
drinks.
accept you, brother. I accept you.
And so fucking we go to get in the car and I'm supposed to drive home and I'm like, I can't drive. She's like, damn, you're fucked up. Like, usually you don't get to the point where you can't drive after smoking weed, and I'm like, no, I can't.
Probably shouldn't drive most of the time, but you're able to put your pride out there and be like, I can do it.
Yeah,
But this is one of those you already know
point,
yourself. You're gonna kill yourself if you drive.
Right. This was like I can't.
Thanos is running across the street.
Thanos just fucking smashed into the goddamn truck.
God damn it.
And so we finished the movie. I remembered everything. I was pumped about it, like excited. And then we go to the car. I tell her she has to drive, and we're driving, and I'm trying to be calm because I don't want her freaking out. And I don't actually think that I'm dying.
But you're randomly staring at shit passing you on the side window.
I wasn't stoned at this point. I was just trying to get through whatever the fuck was going on. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I've never felt this shit before. This is like fucking not. I don't like it. That's all I could kept describing. Is like I don't like it.
What I need.
So I tell Amy, and I'm like, listen, I don't want you to be alarmed, but if I need you to take me to the hospital, you might, there's a chance that you have to take me to the hospital. Like I don't want to have to call the ambulance. I don't want to, I don't want to have to go to where you work and be like, hey,
drive 45 miles that way.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I'm at this point. I'm like, sorry, I don't know what to do.
I just had a vision of her like having to rush you through the doors, like all the colleagues looking, and you're just all over there,
embarrassed,
up high.
Yeah, it's like my fucking husband is a mess.
Yeah,
I
you
apologize.
failure.
So I didn't want that to happen. So I'm like trying to tell. So I'm like, well, I need to do something. So I have her call some friend up, and who's like, knows her shit medically. So I'm like, will you just ask her? Like, I'm pretty sure like I'm good, but just ask and see. So she asks her like, hey, what? This is what he did, what he took. Like, I don't want to take him into the doctor if I don't have to. But at this point, he's worried about it. And so she's like, he's fucking fine. He just ate too much edibles. Like, he's fine,
real?
So I was like, that's what I just needed, was to just know that I was good. But so I get home. I'm still at this point, I'm not fucking enjoying this. I'm like, this is fucking awful. Mm-hmm. So we get back, and I'm like, I couldn't barely stand. We went to Costco, and I'm walking through Costco, like, just
Your wife still made you go to Costco?
Up. Yeah, she did. She was like,
no, we're going fucking shopping.
She's like, we're all the way here. We're going to the goddamn store.
You can wait in the fucking car if you want to, like a little ass kid, or you can get the fuck out, put your man pants on. I can just see it, though.
I had to push the cart, dude. I was pushing that cart. That shit was my lifeline.
That was your focus, brother.
Yeah, I had that thing, and it got me through Costco.
Did it have a wobbly wheel?
No, the Costco ones, they're usually pretty solid. No?
I don't know. I hate that shit. I always get that one.
Like the fucked up one?
Yeah.
Or when you go and somebody's like, here, you can take mine, and it's fucked up. Like, bitch, why did I want you to?
Yeah.
I don't want your fucked up shit.
I didn't mean to cut you off. So you got into Costco.
No, we could. So I get through Costco. I mean, nothing crazy happened at Costco. I'm still
hopefully
just
some samples.
I was still fucked up. I was just having trouble walking. And we get home, and then I'm like, I'm gonna lay on the couch, and I laid on the couch, and fucking just waited. And it took me a little while, just kind of deep breath. But like when I say I had to tell myself to breathe, it would get to a point where I was like, fuck, I'm having trouble breathing. Oh shit. Like, you can breathe, you can control that shit. Like, so it was stuff like that. And so it just,
hilarious.
once it passed though, and it was hours, like it was a couple hours where I was like that. I was fucking blazed, like just on the couch, geeking, laughing my ass off.
See, not me.
Once it went through, like the first part was like, this fucking sucks. I haven't done it again and won't do it again.
No, I went to sleep.
I mean, I'll probably do it again.
I won't. It's not gonna happen, dude. I took the shit. And I never really fucked with edibles because I like the whole ritual, you know what I'm saying? So, and but my back was all fucked up. And they're like, yeah, the hell help. And blah, blah, blah. They pumped me up. I was like, oh, I'm going to feel great and I'm going to be high. This is great spending my money. No. I Google search shit. Bro, I was out there freaking out, palms sweating and shit. I was like, I'm dying. Fuck, I forgot. I already got heart problems. Oh, shit. I'm over here like, I look like Craig on Friday, bro. Friday, my shit's beating too fast. Nigga, I was in here freaked out. I did not like it. And I was trying to watch a movie with the kids.
Oh, yeah.
So then I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, they see you freaking out right now. Focus on the movie.
Oh, you're getting paranoid.
Yeah, dude, I was paranoid. Heart going through my chest. Yeah, high as fuck. My kid, well, yeah. Somebody else was fucked up too. Yeah, my adult son, god damn it. But anyway, yeah, no, dude, he was like, yeah, I don't like it. I was like, no, me either. I want it to go away, bro. I literally went into the room, shut off all the lights. I was like, go to sleep. Yeah, like I was just super fucking. Like on a crazy dude, it reminds me of like doing way too much blow or fucking way too much of some other.
I thought you were. What was it that you were doing?
This was RSO.
Oh, this is the RSO.
Yes, bro. And I was
Jesus.
over it, dude. Like the body high, everything. Like, I kept feeling I was leaning back in that chair right there, watching a movie with my kids, and literally every time I get comfortable, I'd get this wave, feeling like I'm falling, and my stomach would turn. I was like,
Yeah.
like I'm on a goddamn roller coaster. So then I start like getting sweaty, feeling like because I'm freaking out, right? I'm outside on the phone, and I don't even want to focus on the phone because the light's too bright. Like I felt like like I was on a bunch of blow. You know what I mean? Where you get the tripping and shit. Like I'm thinking to myself, well, how the fuck, bro? Some weed? No. So that's why I don't listen to motherfuckers no more. I ain't taking all that shit.
Is that the highest you've ever been off like edibles and shit?
Yes, I don't fuck with edibles, dude. I'm a ritual cat, dude. I like to watch the swisher get split. You know what I mean? Like that shit to me, like that's part of it.
I almost did that. I almost rolled up a blunt but
a fucking amazing idea. That's a great
but
thought.
you would have just watched me roll it, and then I would have had to fucking smoke it to the dome.
Oh, I would have smoked it with you.
You did smoke a little bit. That's the requirement for Choice Nugs Only, unless you're.
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna always blow.
fine.
I just don't blow like you blow. So just so y'all know, in case you ever to hear me in the future, I blow. I just don't blow a lot. I drank.
Yeah.
Probably not great for me, but yeah, I do that. I'm good at it too. I just don't like. You know what? When I was younger, bro, like I remember getting in the car, hash blunts, trying to tack that bitch out to where nobody could breathe, and just being so lit, you don't know where you're at. It's you know what I'm saying. But
I don't like to get I don't get stupid fucking high anymore. Like I used to get.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get to that fun level of high.
Right.
Where you used to get so fucking high that you're retarded high.
Right.
And everything's funny and fucking you watch it, everything tastes super good. No, I don't get that feeling is no longer what that's what I was saying.
You're supposed to take time. I need to take time off and fucking take a break. It's been forever since I've taken time off from smoking weed.
So, I thought you were taking time off. I can go on vacay. I'm like,
oh, no,
I'm
I
down
just
with some Florida time, brother. What's happening?
Fuck, I was just gonna say something.
Yeah, you're supposed to take like pauses. Anything you do, you should take pauses.
Right. Fuck, what was I gonna say about
you
the
say you're
weed?
supposed to take a break from weed?
No, I was gonna say
No, that's
no.
what you said, bro. I swear.
I know, but what were we talking about before that?
You said you're supposed. I was gonna take a vacation. You know, you're supposed
Nah,
to take
before
breaks.
that. Before that.
RSO
Put
and how
that back
fucking
over there.
RSO and how fucking high I was.
Shit, there was something else.
Blow.
Blow.
Toby.
I don't remember. Fuck it. It just escaped me.
God damn, you know it's gonna slap you in the face later.
I know it's gonna be like fuck that.
No, fuck that. Let's figure this shit out.
It
That's a
had
mystery.
something to do with fucking weed.
Taking time off. We already talked about Costco.
Like take a break. What were you saying? You were saying that you were. What was it that you were saying before I said I had to take a break? Fucking. Toby.
I was talking about fucking. God, I don't know. No mic. What was I talking about? No mic. What was I talking about?
Oh shit.
You suck. Yeah, take him in somewhere else. No, I'm kind of irritated.
No, it's whatever.
No, I want to know what we were talking about. I'm not irritated with life. I'm just irritated with that. We was talking about being super fucking high. It was at the highest I've ever been on edibles. Maybe that was it.
On edibles.
I said no. I really don't like edibles. That's why I don't listen to motherfuckers.
Okay. I was saying I don't like to get like stupid fucking high.
Yeah,
anymore.
we're talking about taking the car out. My bad.
Yeah. So like now, like when I smoke, I can function. I'm fucking high functioning. I can fucking
But this is fun.
Well, for me, I get what you're saying. Like, when we used to get, okay, that's what I remember now. So we used to have this dude who fucking would hang out with us, and he wasn't from our area. He wasn't from our neck of the woods. He was from like East Bumfuck. He was from a kind of a place like this.
Right.
And we were all from an area where it's like we had thousands of people where we lived. You know, we weren't as big as Boston, but pretty big.
Right.
So he moved from East Bumfuck and started hanging out with us. And he had this apartment in like the nicer area in the town over from us. So we would always go kick it at his place. And he would always fucking try to keep us out when he wasn't there. And we would find a way in. He had windows and shit. So we'd go up on the side on his roof, go through the windows.
So you guys are just like randomly
we would always be in his
this
house.
dude's
Like
house?
it was, yeah, dude, because he had a window that would go right out to the roof. So you could just fucking go on the roof. So we'd smoke out there. Like we'd get fucking smoke blunts. We'd go up on the roof, drink, like have bitches come over, do that shit out on the like that out there. And so,
This nigga's probably hot as fuck. Like, I'm at fucking work. What the fuck?
well, like we never would party. Like we wouldn't really party and shit. But I mean, we would party hard, but like we wouldn't do that shit when he wasn't there. And so he would let us do gravity, not let us do gravity bongs, but we would do gravity bongs. You know what a gravity bong is?
About the sink.
What?
Yeah. Like milk jug.
So if you're not familiar with what a fucking gravity is you take like a 2-liter, you can take like a fucking tub, fill it with water, make a little makeshift bowl piece, put on top of the thing, light the fucking smoke, and as you light it, you lift the 2-liter bottle above.
But you missed one point.
What?
Make sure the fucking 2 liter is submerged as deep as possible in the water.
2-liter needs to be submerged as deep as possible. Then light the bowl.
Slowly pull it up.
Slowly pull it so it fills with
Creates a vacuum.
Smoke. Yeah. And then you fucking take the top off, push that fucking smoke directly back into your lungs, and proceed to get fucked up.
Yeah, but by pushing it, he means like literally don't try to hit it. Push straight down onto the bathtub.
Yeah, so you push
just in
that
case
shit.
People have issues with instructions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, I mean, I'm not telling you to go do a gravity bong just in case anybody.
That's a fucking experience.
It's fun.
I wouldn't do it again. I'm over it. I'm old.
I always try to get people to do gravity bongs, and nobody fucking will do them with me. But
yeah, not again. Like Cat Williams said, bro, it's today's weed. It's different. I mean, I don't know, man. The high we used to have, bro, like it was a fun high. Like, how often do you remember? Like, even when you would get like some super fucking indica, which at the time we just fucking thought it was sticky and put you in the couch, right? We didn't really call it like indicas, this or that. We just figured it was indoor, whatever. It was
the
fine.
first time I ever heard the phrase Inda or Indo, well, I heard like from the hip hop songs and shit.
E40.
Yeah, but before that, I heard, well, not before that, but the first time I heard somebody say indica, it was on the Saving, or is it, no, Sarah Silverman had a show, the comedian.
Yeah.
So, not all her shit's fucking super funny, but she had this show on Comedy Central that was pretty funny. Some of the shit was funny. And one of the episodes that was on there was like her 2 friends or some shit were smoking weed, so they get indica for the first time. And it's just the whole episode, it cuts to them doing different stoner shit, like just super fucking high. And at the end, they're like, well, I guess we learned that fuck, I fucked it up.
It's into couch.
Yeah, it puts you into couch. And that was the first time I heard that phrase, and I fucking died laughing. So that's the only experience I had with that.
But I just remember the weed back in the day, bro. Like, it didn't, like, if it was green and crystally, it was sticky, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got high as fuck, and you'd be laughing like a motherfucker, like it's almost like a sativa high, what we would call that nowadays. But then at the end of the day, you would still be stuck on the couch eating something, watching stupid ass shit, Martin reruns or something, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Posted, right? Where now it's like you go into the store and it's like they chemically or scientifically have made it so fucking extracted one way. Like, you don't even get to enjoy though, even with a hybrid. Like,
I feel like they make it now for people that smoke every day. That's why.
See, I don't. I think honestly, I think that the way, like when I walk in there, it just reminds me of something that's so set up to be falsely used. And I don't mean this. Don't argue with me, people. Medically, so they've made it so look one way. So like, oh, you're in depression, you need sativa. You have back pains, you need an indica, and that's been ever since the medical marijuana shit really hit. That's been like the go-to catchphrases and the. You know what it is, and this is why it's needed. But now that it's legal, it's like, can we go back to the real shit, like the old shit? Like, I ain't fucking with no Bama weed, bro. You know what I mean? But is that perps? Oh shit! Some Alaskan Thunderfuck, some White Widow, some AK-47, some Bubbleberry Kush, like the real shit. GDP, original strains. Like, and now I like see all this shit. It's like, well, it's like worse than a fucking Starbucks coffee, bro. Yeah. Like the names and the fucking, that's what it reminds me of.
That's what people want. They want that shit stronger. They want that shit. For me, I smoke weed every day, man. I need fucking the strongest, the best. You know?
No, I get it. But at the same time, I mean, if you're always looking for stronger, man, we know someone who knows someone who must sell some rock.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to get,
where you're trying to go.
That's the thing. It's like there's that I prefer.
The threshold.
Not necessarily that. What I've been doing lately is like I'll do a dab in the morning before I leave, and then that'll get me through until I get back home later. But I like having my pen to smoke throughout the day and shit.
How long has it been since you haven't smoked no weed for a day?
It's been a long fucking time.
My nigga's fucking eyes at the ceiling thinking about that one.
Probably it would have been when I was fucking
Watching Kevin Arnold on the Wonder
No,
Years.
like it's been so fucking long. I mean, I started smoking probably every day when I was like 18, 19. Before that, I smoked a fair amount.
So in your opinion, do you think it's beneficial for you, not financially, but for productivity, for life, for whoever? Do you think it's better to take some time, a couple days right now, or something? Not now, I'm not saying like that. But do you think you would benefit from that, or do you think it would be more of a negative outcome on your life?
I think at this, I mean, I don't think it could hurt. But
What if, and I know it's choice nugs. I don't mean to, I'm not, it ain't gonna happen. So I'm just saying what ifs. What do you think would be like? What could you foresee an outcome being like? Say if you took 30 or 60 days right now and just no weed.
I don't know. I feel like somebody would be dead because like I quit smoking cigarettes.
Like you don't think that you would take that? Not I don't mean addiction, but like that filler of whatever hole that fills in your life, right? Just like some people's cigarettes, some people's alcohol, some people's weed. You know what I mean? That leveling point for you, right? You don't think are you the type of person that if you took it out of your life, you would fill it with something else positive?
I don't know, because I mean, when
Like,
I started working out and shit, and like did that whole thing where I lost a bunch of weight, I quit cigarettes at the same time, which most people are the opposite.
Props on
Like
that.
they'll quit cigarettes and then gain weight. So I guess I filled it. I mean, I work out. I try to work out every day, but I haven't really filled it with like. I mean, it's just really been.
But do you think you would, in the absence of weed?
In the absence of weed. I don't know. The only time I like it is like when I'm sipping on something, like I want to smoke. Again, it goes back to like when I was smoking cigarettes. I'd want to smoke sociably and like and be hanging out and shit. And so it's hard to say, man. I don't know if it would.
I mean, I don't know. Like you have some people that quit smoking, right?
It's a good Hotbox hotline question.
Yeah, I mean,
Call
I
in
just wanna know
with
what people think.
to the voicemail Hotbox hotline 702-907-TOKE and let us know your fucking opinions on that shit.
Yeah, because think about it. Like if you take like a lot of people, they say that in order to really quit smoking, you have to fill that with a different type of habit.
I don't think so. I mean, you see, I go outside with you and you have a cigarette.
That doesn't mean that,
I don't have cigarettes.
But you filled your time with some other type of habit, is what I'm saying. Not necessarily a negative one. Because that's like the big thing when they say to quitting smoking, right? Mm-hmm. Well, say, because you figure if you've ever, have you ever been stopped smoking cigarettes? Like, I don't know how you smoke, but like you take someone who really smokes like a pack a day, right? Mm-hmm. And you stop smoking.
I used to smoke a pack a day.
Okay, so you stop smoking for like 2 or 3 days and then start smoking again? Like, think about it. What do you do with your time? All that fucking time where you're used to going outside.
But here's the thing is like I'm not when I smoke weed, it's not like it's taking up a shitload of time. Like it's
time is time though. I'm not saying it's taking up a lot of time, but have you ever noticed the amount of, like with cigarettes?
Right.
The amount of time in a day
that you spend smoking.
Yeah. Like you take that away, think about it.
Some other shit.
You figure 6-7 minutes a cigarette, right?
Mm-hmm.
Roughly. So we'll call it what? What do you think probably number? 6, 7.
To smoke a cigarette? I'd say 7.
Okay. Times 20.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's 2.5 fucking hours of your day, damn near, brother. That you're spent smoking. Like, so when you quit smoking, how out of place do you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. I didn't feel. I mean, when I quit smoking cigarettes, I feel like that's more of like a in your head type of thing. Because with me, I quit smoking cigarettes, and people don't believe me when I say this, but I was high on mushrooms, and I had a cigarette in my hand, and I was just when I was high on these fucking mushrooms, I was like looking at my cigarette, just thinking that this is not something that I need. It's not something that I like. I have to do. It's
so
not
you're
something
saying you
that,
had an enlightenment by the shroomies?
The shroomies. I love that you call them that. But no, I took, and that was like the first step in me being like, well, I don't really need cigarettes when I'm fucked up. Because that was the first thing, was like, I'm fucked up right now. I know I don't need this right now. So I put that one out, and I didn't smoke the rest of that night. And then a couple months went by. It was right before New Year's. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. New Year's is coming up. I'm just going to quit. And then I just ended up stopping on New Year's. I had one cigarette on the Super Bowl Sunday. I think did we talk about this? Or
Yeah, lightweight, but I don't know.
But we were fucking hammered. I don't think anybody fucking probably got that far.
Well, we were.
That was a
we've
different
never been on
podcast
this
too.
one. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. So, and
Well, I don't know. I kind of find it like You had the motivation to lose weight, so you went that route, and within that motivation, you got the confidence to quit smoking, and so in a way, you did fill your
No, it was
time
like
up.
at the same time. I honestly
I
quit
thought you said
smoking.
you
I
lost
did.
all the weight and then quit.
No, I did that shit all at once. I was like, fuck it, dude. If I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna. So I just started working out, changed my diet.
So
I cut
again,
cigarettes out.
okay, so that's my point, though.
I smoked
That's where I was
more
going.
weed, I guess.
More weed, but think about it. You quit smoking. What'd you end up filling that time up with?
I mean, I was already planning on working out.
Planning
yeah,
on
I
you weren't doing
guess.
it. You get what I'm saying? You
I
found
guess,
out.
yeah, but I just don't see the correlation between the time. I get your point with like the time.
Yeah, like
spent
I
and
was,
shit,
so
but
so whether or not it correlates exactly with you, I'm still saying something that was foreign to your normal life ended up coming into your life as a daily routine, just like smoking left your life.
yeah, I get that.
And so I just kind of wonder how different people that have quit, like how if they've noticed that weirdness, like in like lost time.
No, it wasn't
or
that.
that
For me, it
almost-
wasn't really about the lost time. It was about little shit like when I would smoke a cigarette and have coffee in the morning. Be like, oh, I want to have a cigarette with my coffee. Or driving was a big one. Like I'm driving to work, and so it just kind of happened that I got a new car right before New Year's. So I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to smoke in this car. You know, I'm about to I'm about to go into New Year's. I might as well just fucking continue to go. I'm quitting cigarettes at the moment anyway, so let's just fucking do it. So I went that route. But I just always made sure I had fucking a weed vaporizer on me. And I would just I wasn't going to go the regular vape route. I just would smoke weed. And I bought one and it said CBD. And I should have known this because I've been buying weed here long enough. But when they do CBD, you can't sell it like just straight CBD out here for whatever reason. It has to be mixed with some type of THC levels. And so I bought the AeroPro cartridges, the company AeroPro, which I use those for a long time. They're not a sponsor or anything like that, and I think they're dog shit.
Take that, you bitch.
They worked good for a while, but then I had to replace. Never had to replace one more than that shit. But anyway,
You don't owe them an apology, brother. Fuck you.
fuck you, dog. So I got this one that was CBD, and I was smoking it like a cigarette, just thinking it was fucking CBD. And I hit it till I got to that point where I was and I look on the box and I'm like, dude, I'm fucking getting high. Look on the box and it's like 44% THC and the rest was CBD. So I'm like,
zooted.
first of all, most weed is like tops out at 20%, like not tops out at 20, but averages like are in the 20s.
Yeah, 18.
And this shit's 44%. So not only is it not just CBD, which doesn't get you fucked up, it's fucking mixed with high concentrate THC. So
I just smoking like a cigarette.
Yeah, dude, I was smoking like a cigarette in the casino at Little Creek, just fucking.
I haven't been in the casinos yet.
You're not missing much.
I have a thing for gambling.
I fucking hate it.
I do, but I also want to go. Isn't that weird?
You know how to play craps?
Play what? Craps?
Craps?
Yeah.
That's what we want to go and play with somebody who knows how to play, because I've watched
So
some YouTube videos.
yeah, table's different, bro. Like, I actually I didn't learn that long ago. A couple years ago, really more table craps.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm used to the hit it in the alley. I mean, like snake eyes out, boxes out. You know what I mean? Sevens craps. You know what I'm saying? And then call your number, bet on the line, that type of thing. Bet on your number. But when you get into there, it's more about like your chip placement, because you can bet like roulette, right? Like, are you familiar how to bet on roulette?
Yeah, you can bet red, black.
You know what I'm saying? So you're kind of
color,
betting on that.
number.
You're kind of betting on the same schemes. Like those main numbers are gonna pop up. 9, 5, 7, 6.
But you can side
or
bet
6.
and shit.
Yeah, you can side bet on them and all that. That I'm not too familiar with. I don't know. Like, it's hard because most people get uncomfortable when they go to shoot at the table. They don't roll. They don't roll right.
Oh, we did it the other day, and fucking Amy was launching them. We're at the casino and shit, and we were at the blackjack table, and I was sitting up there with it was Johnny Shoemaker. That's what we call him on here. Johnny Shoemaker was sitting there. So he had an empty ashtray, and a woman comes up, and she's like, hey, you're using that ashtray? He's like, well, yeah, I'm about to light up a cigarette. So Amy had an ashtray in front of her, and she doesn't smoke, but it had like 2 cigarette butts in it. So she slides it down to her, trying to be nice, and she's like, well, here, this one right here. She's like, oh, I don't want a dirty one. I fucking turned my head. I'm like, bitch, they're all fucking dirty. You're smoking cigarettes. Like, you're putting your dirty ass cigarette or somebody else's dirty ass cigarette. It's all the fucking same. Like,
straight up.
You're just putting that shit in there for your trash. What do you need a clean one for? So that shit made me laugh. I thought we were making fun of her the rest of the time. So
what'd you play?
it was some form of blackjack. It was Monster Mash because they got the whole Halloween theme shit going.
Oh, so you could bet like on your extra blackjack.
I don't know how it worked though, because there was one where you would put the coin down on it and it would light up red, but every fucking time they were touching it, it would light up red. So it's like, is it just...
No, that lets it... Oh, you talking about when they put it up under the thing?
No, it was a specific game where you take your coin or your chip and you put it down on the Monster Mash, and if it lights up green, you win. But every time that they were like putting cards down or putting their hand down or somebody were like waved over the thing, it would flash red. So it's like, how fucking accurate is this thing if you're betting on it?
Right.
So it was like one of those temporary things for the season.
What do you like to play?
When I gamble, I usually go with $40. The best I've ever done is I went with $40. It was one of my wife's friends' birthdays. She invited us to go. She bought a party bus.
Nice.
Bought a cabana for the day. It was during the playoffs, so she bought a cabana with TVs, hired servers. So we went to some casino. I think it was some casino in Southern California, or I forget, Pachanga, some shit. So I went with $40. Spent the whole day drinking out in the cabanas.
Nice.
All the food, drinks were free. All we had to do was bring a bottle for the way to the actual casino, so on the bus. That's all we had to pay for. So I brought $40 to gamble. I'm like, fuck it, we'll do $40. And I had been reading on the internet that the spots that pay out the most
by the front doors.
Not by the front doors, when it's louder, like the slots and shit. Where it's louder in those areas, that's supposedly where they're hitting. So you're supposed to walk around until they fucking hit. And so the bus was leaving, I think 8:30. It was like 7:45, and I was like, "Let's just go down."
You've been walking around the whole time analyzing the casino.
No, we didn't. We had just walked in to go gamble because it was we had been watching football all day.
Gotcha.
The night game just ended, so we were going to go in and just do some gambling right before we got on the bus. I'm like, "Fuck it, I got $40. How long is that gonna last?" Amy was there for this whole fucking story. She can verify this shit was all true.
Amy will fact check you later.
Yeah, we go into the casino. I'm fucking walking around. She's following me. She's like, you look like a fucking crazy person. So we go to the first machine.
Were you on drugs?
I was probably stoned. I don't think I was on drugs. I don't think I was on drugs. I think I was just stoned and had been drinking. But probably more so stoned, because when I get too drunk, I get too fucking off my... Like, I always set up a game plan when I'm going to go gamble, and it never stays on track when I add alcohol. So I go to the first one. I fucking hit. I put $40 in. I get down to like... I think I go through 120 right away, and then go down to the next 20, and I go down to like 17. I'm like, all right, I'm going to cash out. And I hit gets me up to $60.
Right.
So I'm like, boom, cash out, take that money, walk away. So I'm up 60, or I'm up 40 now at this point, or up 20. So I've made my money back, and now I'm up 20. Walk over, find another spot that's loud and shit, and find another machine, put money in. First couple of hits go through, boom, up to $100.
You max betting?
Yeah. So
everyone
on penny machines, yeah, penny slots.
Pennies, okay, nice.
So goes from 60 to 100. So I'm like, all right, cash out. I'm like, all right, we got to get back to this bus. I've got $100 here. We'll go play one more machine. If I don't win anything, we're done. So I go to this other machine. It's like an older style. Put that shit. Oh, Mike, I can hear my shit wheezing.
I did.
That's not good. Fucking too many blunts.
I was wondering if it was me for a minute, but I didn't put nothing tickle.
No, that was me that time.
Cool. So you go to this last one. Are you live though? You good?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Cool. Yeah. Fucking get to the last one, and I've got the $100. I put it in. I'm like, I'm gonna play 75 is my number. So I always have the number that like I'm gonna go down to. And then once I hit that number, like I said, once alcohol is involved,
fucking breaking point. But normally you just go right past it. You're like, well, fuck one more, and I make it all back.
Mm-hmm. So I was good about it. So we get on there. I'm fucking playing. And it's down to 73. And I'm like, fuck, I missed my mark. You know what? Fuck it. Like one or two more. So I think I did it on the next one, and I hit the jackpot on the next one, but I didn't max bet. I hit like the bet a 2 or 3 before it, or no, 1 or 2 before it. So I almost got the full bet, but I did a little bit short. I ended up winning $2,100 off that $40.
Yeah.
Fucking just
That's
from
badass.
that. Yeah. So fucking, and then it was like, okay, we got to go. They walk over, hand you that stack of cash. People are looking at you. Some lady like instantly jumped on the machine. I'm like, bitch, that shit just paid out. How stupid are you?
It's like a street whore.
Yeah.
She's through.
And so we go back up to the room, and some chick's like, oh, I got the most money. I won. They're like, how much did you win? She's like, 150. And then Amy's friend is like, Perry won 2,000. I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like,
I ain't
I
buying
don't know
nobody's
these people.
shit. Hell yeah.
So.
Rounds on Perry.
Mm-hmm.
I've only hit once, dude. I was all fucked up. I think my homeboy got into it with his baby mom and shit, and we were on our way. And there's this casino called like Gold Country Casino. It's in like Orville, California. Mm-hmm. And we was out that way, so we decided to stop. We fucking with a little bit of sniffleupagus, and then we was drinking and shit. We go up in there, and I don't ever win nothing, bro. Nothing. So I get up in there. Not that I'm a loser, but I'm just saying. You feel me? We get up in there, dude. You ever fucked with the Wheel of Fortune?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on Wheel of Fortune. And it's a little quarter one, though. And I'm like, I think I had a hundo on me or something like that. So I put 20 in each. And I was kind of pocket rest my money, debating if I wanted to spend it. And I'm, boop, max bet. Boop, max. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Let me rewind. I put $20 in the machine in front of me. Max bet. I got down to like, it was a little over like $10 or right at. And I'm like, this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because that's 75 cents a pool. I think is what it was. It was, yeah, times 3. So 75 cents a pool. I ended up hitting $950 on that one, right? And in Cali, like, they don't have the money people no more. So your light goes off and you got to wait for an attendant to come, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for this attendant to come. I'm like, fuck, $950. Like, fuck, dude. You know what I mean? I'm super juiced. Nobody's around me. Mm-hmm. My partner just wandered off, you know what I'm saying? And the other dude was with us.
Plus, it's fun when you win jackpot and shit.
Yeah, I'm looking around for somebody to be in my goddamn cheering section. It's just me, brother. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not just going to sit here idle. I just won $950 goddamn dollars. Brother, I lean over. I put it was a $20 bill in the machine next to me. Max bet nothing. I hit $800 again. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me, bruh. Pocketed that shit and got the fuck up out of there. Gone. As soon as the attendant came, I cashed both them bitches out and bounced. I was like, because I always give it back.
Right.
I can remember being at this place in Sacramento, California, Thunder Valley Casino. Mm-hmm. Dude, going in was like, I think it was like $50 or $4. I forget the amount when it was little. And I was with my, the mother of my children, you know what I mean, at the time. And we had stopped in like, oh, fuck it, you know. And like, man, I got in there, started hitting that blackjack. Boom, on the tables. Dude, I could hit it 17 if I want. I was hitting 21, bro. It was ridiculous. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me, dude. Next thing I know, I'm up to like, I think it was like 400 or 500, dude. And I'm just drinking shots of Johnny Walker Blue Label. Which at the casino, it's like fucking $13.50 or something like that.
That's
a shot.
Not cheap.
No, it's super expensive, man. And so I'm just over there just fucking, and I'm doubling them. I was double shotting everything. And I'm over there, I'm pretty fucked up, man. I just remember like, hey, let's go. And I'm thinking in my head like she just wants to leave. I'm like, oh, okay. Never, bruh, my drunk ass done put all in. Lost that motherfucker, I swear to God. Lost it all. So I always be like, I can't do it.
Yeah. I'm not.
I like to go, but if I go, it's like $40-$50, and this is my entertainment money for the night.
Yeah, it's like you have to bring that shit and be like, all right, well, if I'm paying for my food and my fucking drinks, I'm good. But I can't think like that. I'm like, this is money I need to win.
All you can eat crab, though, bro.
What?
It's a casino.
The one in like near us?
The one over here by Shelton?
Yeah, that one's actually pretty good.
I've never been there yet. I've only been.
They have a good seafood bar. No, I don't give a fuck. Nobody knows.
Yeah, no, mine's the other one I went to is the one down by Chehalis area, Lucky Eagle.
Oh yeah. No, the one. I mean, the Shelton one's not bad. I mean, I've never fucking won money there ever, but they do have the good seafood bar. If you go there, they got fucking clam chowder and crab bisque. It's fucking bomb. They put the crab just right on the top of the bisque.
Really?
That shit's good as fuck. Yeah.
I'm just doing all you can eat crab. See if it's true.
They do have. I mean, it's all you can eat buffet there, and they have crab.
That's what I'm saying.
We did it for.
I like to push the issue. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you after, but we did it for like a team thing. I'll tell you about that shit after when we're gonna finish up.
Yeah, fuck all the team thing, dude. I say we go.
I mean, I don't go to the casino too often.
No, but I just go for the crab.
Well, we can go like and actually just get food. I'd rather not fucking. Or we can do Keno. Keno's fun. You ever fuck with Keno?
Not really, but I know. I mean, I can drunk gamble.
They have Keno everywhere. Any bar in Massachusetts you go to, there's fucking Keno up on the screen. Like,
Yeah, I know what Keno is. I just never really play. I don't know
but
all
you
the
can
rules.
hit on that. That shit's, if you know how to play it. My boy fucking Hawaii, shout out to Hawaii. He's good at that shit.
I always play like Deuces Wild shit on the little TV old school card game ones
Mm-hmm.
at the bar. So I always play. I always hit on Deuces Wild.
Yeah.
Always.
All right. So since this is technically still, I mean, still kind of a music podcast. While we're finishing up, what have you been listening to lately? Free shit. Because you listen to all that Bay Area
MO3,
shit.
dude.
What's that?
MO3.
MO3. What's that?
MO3 from yeah, I know he's from the north. I don't know if he's from Fort Worth. He out in Texas. He's in Texas. Yeah, I've been listening to him. His shit slaps.
MO3.
MO3 go crazy. I've actually been, man. I was just talking to somebody about this yesterday because I fuck with Spotify. I don't know what you use.
I use Amazon, but I'm probably gonna switch because that shit's fucking. It'll pull up all the new shit on Friday, but it's always like I have to look for like the hip hop and shit.
Yeah, no. So like with Spotify, man, like it literally tracks everything you listen to, and every Friday I get the newest, whatever's out, and so my genres are pretty much from fucking like underground hip hop, Bay Area shit, oldies, some blues. A little bit, a little bit of R&B and shit, but it's pretty specific. Like it pops out a bunch of shit you ain't heard of that just came out. Drops every Friday. But also what I dig is it pops up this shit called like last year's playlist, your summer's hits, and it
so it pulls
compiles
up like all that shit. Yeah.
Dude, so like I got this little playlist from like 2018, and it's just a bunch of fucking smacking ass shit. It's just just fire ass songs.
Yeah.
Like, everything. And it just depends on what you listen to. Like, it actually went back through and realized that, one of my favorite songs I used to play a lot was Hustler Music by Lil Wayne, the old Carter.
That's funny.
And it'll pop it up, But then at the same time, it'll pop up some new shit by, like, E40 or Cousin Fick, or it'll pop, like, it just came up with some Gucci, but it keeps it super relevant to what I'm listening to. And it allows you to download for offline. And like, everybody keeps talking about Apple Music. I don't know. I'm not
you have Apple. I don't have Apple.
Okay, I have Apple because I'm still paying on it. Like it was my first iPhone ever, dude, and I'm not. It was cool.
You ever use Dat Piff Mobile? You remember Dat Piff?
Yes.
I still have that shit I still have that shit on my phone. Yeah, still works. They still do shit.
Original fucking SoundCloud. Goddamn.
I had that on my phone. My first smartphone. I had the Dat Piff Mobile app on my original. It was like the HTC My Touch fucking Fender edition. It was like a special edition they did, so it came preloaded with a bunch of songs. And what were we just talking about?
Dat Piff,
that's right. And so I downloaded Dat Piff Mobile onto that phone, and years later I think I was going through and I finally found out that you could go through your old library once I figured that out. And I'm like going through and I'm like, oh shit, Dat Piff Mobile, fucking installed that shit. And they still upload new shit. I mean, obviously the mixtapes aren't as fucking good as they used to be because you got all those fucking.
Well, we used to have people that actually put out real mixtapes.
Right. Now you have motherfuckers just putting some shit out I mean, there's still good hip hop, don't get me wrong, but they're not putting out mixtapes and shit like that.
Not very much.
Nah, not really.
I mean, it is what it is. 2 questions. One, so the first one is going to be like more on the rap side because I'm more familiar with that. Like, who do you know of from where you're from?
From where I'm from? My favorite right now, I mean, he's...
Hold on. 2, it's not done yet, but that is more like on the underground coming up side of things.
Oh.
Just to put the names out there, man, you never know where people are listening.
Well, I was going to say Joyner Lucas is from Mass. He's like... Yeah. Because as far as actual hip-hop artists from Mass, I mean, there's I'm gonna catch so much shit for fucking up his name. I can't remember his fucking name from Gangstar. I was just
not Sticky Fingers, right?
No, I'm gonna have to look that shit up from Gangstar because I'm gonna catch so much shit from that for not knowing.
Damn it, I was trying to remember question 2.
Oh shit, I'm on airplane mode.
So there was fucking favorite album coming out, and then there was another part of the question I wanted to ask you. Goddamn syrup and blunts. Oh God! I'm trying to remember that, dude. Because there was another fucking question I was gonna ask you.
You said the first one was like artist from Massachusetts, hip hop.
Yeah, like where you from?
that
to
I
kind of,
don't
you know, I mean,
know.
just throw some promoting out there or whatever. That way, you know, people that ain't really
Guru,
knowing.
that was his fucking
Okay.
name. Guru.
But I mean, underground shit, like people that, you know what I mean, like most listeners, or whether there's people you just know out here, they ain't gonna really know who they are, but it might make them go look their name up and peep their shit.
I mean, some of the ones that I know that I've listened to for a long time that I think are still underground, Slaine, Slaine, and I actually met him in Los Angeles. He was out at a Kings Bruins game, and so he's friends with like Ben Affleck and shit. He's been in that movie The Town. He's good if you like hip hop. He's like underground, that guttural shit. And then Right Hook, I think is works with him as well, doing some shit, doing beats and shit. But he's also a hip hop artist, so he's another one. I don't know him personally, but I know people who know him. Heard he's a nice guy and he's pretty good. But I'm trying to think of who else. I'm like really shitty. I try to
say check out my boy Gatlin.
In Mass.
Nah, he from California. That's why I was asking. So that way, you
Well,
know,
see, I always
gonna
try.
bring
Where do
someone
you
from
find like? Do you just find your shit on like SoundCloud, or where do you
So
find
like
your?
when I say my boy Gatlin, I shouldn't even say my boy like that because I don't know a dude like that. But it's so you remember my buddy Tree I told you about.
Mm-hmm.
So my boy Tree, he produces Tall Boy music. Shout out to my boy though. But so he got on, man. He's been doing his thing since I met him. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's had his finger in it. You know what I mean? And now he's trying to put his foot in that motherfucker. Done went, got certified up. Like the dude really produces. He's really with that shit. So if you're familiar with like anything California, so like the dude Gatlin, you remember Yuckmouth
Yeah.
from Loonies?
Mm-hmm.
With no, I got 5 on it because anybody don't know. So like they got their whole shit. So my boy Tree linked in with Gatlin and Yuckmouth, and he just dropped an album called Double Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Fire.
Sounds good.
Fire. Yeah, it's definitely more that Cali grit.
Right.
But it's fire though. You know what I mean? Like
What's it called again?
It's called Double Dragon.
Double Dragon.
And it looks just like the old video game, Double Dragon. Like with the yellow writing, with the fucking the two dragons.
I feel like I've seen that shit.
Yeah, so it just came out with Yuckmouth and Gatlin. But it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like just fire ass, old school. Like Gatlin, I don't really know dude like that. I just literally mainly his music through my boy. And homeboy, man, he reminds me of an old head. The storytelling side of it. You know what I mean? Like I was just last night riding with my oldest son and we was listening to, you know, everything from YNW Melly to, you know what I mean, you name it. And so I threw on some old ass Brother Lynch Hung. Like that old I think I was listening to Loaded. And he was like, man, they tell a story. You know what I'm saying? Like that old storytelling. Like it's not just a bunch of fucking trash. Like, oh, that was the other question I was gonna ask you. My bad. Who's your top 5 artists today? Like not mainstream, but mainstream.
Like top 5 that I'm
two
listening to.
top 5 rap artists you think of right now.
Top 5 rap artists.
I should say that came out probably in the last couple of years. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like this new generation shit. So we ain't going back to Wu-Tang or Big Papa.
Right.
None of that
I've
shit.
been listening to. I like. Fuck. This is gonna be hard. I mean, obviously Earth Gang. I talk the shit about Earth Gang. I talk too much about them. So Earth Gang, but they're not like. They're not like more. Actually, they are. They're kind of like that fucking southern, like freaky Atlanta type, like fucking
That
outcast
Outkast
shit.
vibe. Yeah.
So I like them. I like Jid, who goes along with them. Jid fucks with them.
Yeah,
a
he
lot.
gasses.
So I like Jid. Coda the Friend. I like Coda. I don't know if you fuck with
I
Coda.
heard him.
I'm trying to think of who else for hip hop right now. It's not really hip hop, but it's fucking. It's like a mashup. I've been listening to that dude Blanco Brown.
Remember you told me about him.
Yeah, he's kind of like that little. I'm not big, but here's the thing. I used to like country and shit, and like I like old school country. Like I like Willie Nelson and shit, and like I fuck with that shit. But all the newer country shit is kind of so. But I do like fucking Blanco Brown. I fuck with that shit. So that's one of the.
He's the one you said was like Nas X, like that rap country.
I mean, he sings that song "The Get Up," so I know. Gonna get down, cowboy boogie.
Nah, brother. So I'm very specific, man. When I get in my car to leave, I already know who I'm. So my mentality is key. So when I get in the car to leave, I know who I'm listening to.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think of who would be like the 5th one that I've been listening to. 5th artist. I don't know. I like Murs. I've been listening to Murs. I said Earth Gang already.
another question just popped in. What's your outlook with Suge Knight?
What's my outlook with Suge Knight?
With that whole fucking Ray J selling his fucking life and the rights to his life. You didn't hear about that today?
Mm-mm.
So Ray J, you remember Ray J?
Mm-hmm.
Brandy's brother? So Suge Knight cut a deal with him and sold off the rights to his life story and name, like his entire history, music, everything, all his stories, book deals, movie deals. He sold it all to Ray J.
The fuck?
So that Ray J could produce documentaries about him and you know what I mean, to make money. But and, you know he's in prison doing life.
Right. Why would you sell it to Ray
But I was
J?
just wondering, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of an awkward thing, man.
That's
Because
really
like, I was reading
weird.
this article, and they were talking about how Suge Knight, and I believe they quoted him, but don't quote me on that. But he was talking about, like, you know, I just hope, you know, that other investors are going to be needed to see it come to fruition. But, like, he hopes or believes that Ray J is going to work, you know, basically solely on that and yada yada to get other people
Does
to
Ray
follow.
J own fucking money or something?
I don't know.
That's
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's super awkward.
Yeah, that's over weird.
I don't even see how that came about. You know what I mean? But I was reading about it today, and it's all legit. Like, I heard some. I thought.
Well, maybe
you.
he was like, "I want you to do for me what you did to the Kardashians." Fucking.
Yeah, right. Hey, that man, Ray J don't get enough credit though.
Yeah, I mean,
For being the shadow of Brandy.
in the shadow of the Kim Kardashian.
He wasn't even the shadow. He was the black dude in the video.
Yeah,
We know
that's
what he
true.
did. That
Yeah.
nigga dog fucked the shit out that bitch.
And it wasn't even a good fucking sex tape.
It wasn't, but he still fucked Kim Kardashian and shot out Ray J.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I mean? I don't
In
care.
her prime.
In her before her prime. Like, he's the one that made her think that she was a star.
Yeah.
That nigga lit her candle. Like, he made her believe in herself. That nigga was her Holy Spirit on Sunday.
That's
I'm just saying, man. You know what I'm saying? I believe, man. Bro, he
It's
took
kind of an interesting
a
way to look at
super
it.
rich white girl, pimped her, threw her on fucking video, dumb fucked up, and knocked her boots back, bruh. Like, that's... And next thing you know, this bitch is like, I mean, come on, bro. When the fuck would you ever pay attention to anything Kardashian said before that?
I mean, I didn't know who they were until then.
That's my point. That nigga breathed life into the bitch.
Yeah.
And look where she ended up. But easy.
I mean, she's doing pretty well.
No, money-wise, yeah. Money's not everything, brother.
Yeah, I mean,
Her husband thinks he's a pastor. I heard that she was just fucking baptizing kids.
yeah, dude.
This nigga just started his own cult. Like that, I think that's kind of amazing.
It's 2019, man. Fucking, that's where we're headed. Kanye West has a cult.
So your cult, what would it be?
I'd be good at having a cult. This is kind of a cult. People who listen every week, if you fucking do listen every week, it's kind of a cult.
Point made.
I would never, I mean, I'd ask people to do dumb shit on behalf of my name. I'd be like, listen, if you're gonna go out drinking, make sure you don't wear a condom, you drive fast, don't wear a seatbelt.
Don't pull out, brother. Play it safe and get it all out. Don't pull out.
But fuck, yeah. We can probably, this shit, we've been fucking going for a while here. We can probably start wrapping it up. Fucking Choice Nugs Only. That was a good amount of time. We can fucking, if you got anything else you want to talk about, you can come back on.
We can talk about it when we press pause.
So we can see if we didn't get fucking, if Active didn't get fully deactivated.
Wow.
We'll see if he fucking comes back next week. Hopefully he does.
Prayer emojis for Active.
You were a great fill-in, but I mean, fucking Carson's been doing this for a while, so hopefully he's all right, man.
Numero uno, bro.
Yeah, I'm just hoping he's fucking good. So we'll see.
I mean, what'd you say? 3 mics now?
I got 3 fucking mics.
Yeah.
Adding on, we're fucking expanding just little by little.
Yeah, I'm always down to pop in and pop on, dude.
All right, well, fucking, you know where to find us. Subscribe, rate, review, share the fuck out of it. Find us on Facebook. We've got a new Facebook group that's part of the Facebook page now, so we've got that. Instagram, at Choice Nugs Only. Twitter, at Choice Nugs Only. Same shit. Fuck, what else? I think that's everything else.
Man, share it with your friends.
Yeah, share it with your friends.
But more importantly, what was the damn voicemail number again?
Oh, yeah, the Hotbox Hotline, if you haven't heard it for the 4th fucking time. It's 702-907-TOKE. That's TOKE 8653. So, not in, fuck.
Man, don't listen to him, man.
Anything else you want to say before we fucking wrap it up? That was a good fucking episode.
No, man, tap in. Fucking let us know what you think, though.
Yeah, holla back.
I mean, that's my thing. I want to hear the calls you've already had and the shit.
We had one on the last episode, but we didn't have one for this week, so I need somebody to call in and fuck so we can put it on. I guess the call would be, what was something, I guess the question we would ask would be, what was something that you believed prior to the internet that you just fucking took for face value, that you were just like, yeah, I believe that, until the internet came around, you're like, oh, I can look that shit up. So I guess that's the question.
But what about even, what else do they want out of shows in the future? Topics.
Oh, I mean, it's going to be different each week. It's not going to be a topic each week. I was just thinking about that.
No. I'm saying, do you allow the listeners to call in and give you ideas for topics?
Well, it's basically the Hotbox hotline is for fucking, you can tell us what you're smoking. It's basically, Carson described it best. It's like your choice, Nugs. What are you smoking on? What are you listening to? What are you watching? You know,
nicely put.
What type of sex toys are you using? That type of shit.
Do you like fat guys?
Or
just, slightly hefty.
Or just guys that are big boned.
Yeah, big boned.
You know, so for the fucking big and tall section, Vince has been our guest.
Oh,
and thanks for coming on, man.
Man, no, always my pleasure, brother. My pleasure.
It's a fucking long day. But thanks for fucking tuning in. Fucking tune in next week and smoke the fuck out, motherfucker.
Stay lit, my friends.
Stay lit, my friends. That's a good one. That's like fucking the dude.
The ones that I got it. The fucking Dos Equis.
It'll help if I hit stop.